All right, here we go. And welcome back to the Cross Insurance Center here on Eastern Maine Sports as we get set for high school basketball. The Class C semifinal just had one go final with the Mattinock Lynx punching their ticket to the girls' championship game tomorrow night. They need a dance partner. It'll either be the number 1 seed Penobscot Valley Howlers or the number 5 seed Calais Blue Devils. Toby Nelson joined by Gabe Nason on this one. Mark Calnan, our producer. And Gabe, 1 versus 5. We expected 1 to be here with Penobscot Valley. Calais, a bit of an upset. They knocked off Mount View in the quarterfinal round.
Yeah, Mount View team who has played great all season and beat the class, a team who's in the Class B regional title for the girls in Erskine, beat them pretty handily. So for them to lose in that first round to Calais, big props to Coach Dean Preston on what he's done with these girls this season. And he's doing it with the boys as well, but is particularly going to have a chance to do it again with the girls. And if he has a good day today, he might be sitting across from us twice in one day on Championship Saturday.
Going to be a tall order for his Calais Blue Devils. Let's talk about the home team, the number 1 seed Penobscot Valley Howlers. Gabe, we saw on the last night of the regular season win over Dexter in that one by 30 points. They routed their quarterfinal opponent Central, number 8 Central, 80-30, the final score in that one. And Penobscot Valley just makes it look easy, even though it's a really hard game to play.
Yeah, they run up and down the court. They create most of their offense through their defense. They did that once again against Central. That last game of the season, I reiterated a lot when they played Central. The same things was get them in a half-court set and see what happens. Because if you can slow them down, good things can happen for you, as we saw last year against Dexter, and we've seen a few times this year against Mattinock.
A couple of players you'll hear a lot from here tonight. Riley Moulton had 25 points in the first quarterfinal game with that win, and Ellie Austin with a great game as well, 23 points and 6 rebounds. So if if you try to take away the size inside, they have guard play that'll hurt you. You try to slow it down, they've got good size inside that'll hurt you. So for Coach Nate Case, he's kind of got the full complement of players this year for Penobscot Valley.
Yeah, and that's what's got to be irritating for other teams, right? There's no one way to beat them necessarily because they can play underneath with Shea Ireland and Cummings as well. They can dominate in the paint in games, and if you try and suck in on them, they have 3-point shooters on the perimeter. If you try and play on the perimeter, they'll blow by you. It's a lot of different ways to beat you. It makes it really difficult to beat a team that's as complete as this PVHS team.
Calais Blue Devils, the number 5 seed. They come in with a 16-4 record, knocked off GSA in the play-in, and then beat Mount View, as we said, 36-30 in the quarterfinals. Kaylee Scott with 14 points to lead the Calais Blue Devils. Olivia Turner with 9 points. But Coach Dean Preston has this Calais team playing probably their best basketball at the time of year you need to be playing your best.
Yeah, I mean, what does that make it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight coming into this one. I say he's playing his best basketball at the right time. Certainly a great coaching job by him to get these girls ready. They struggled at the start of the year. Started off playing a tough schedule. They had Mattinock early, they had Penobscot Valley early. They beat a good Machias team. So they started off with a tough schedule early and closed with a tough schedule as well, playing Machias, Jones Porter Beals, and Shed in the last few games of the season, and then obviously beating Mount View as they did. Having them playing their best ball at the right time, they play as a team. Not one person's going to kill you. They can spread it out and do a lot of different things. Coach Dean Preston, when I talked to him before, said, we're playing with house money. Nobody expected us to be here in this game. Nobody expects us to beat this PVHS team. So why not find our way into a regional final on Saturday night?
They said they were 16-4. Their 4 losses this year to the number 1 and 2 seeds. They lost to Penobscot Valley twice and to Mattinock twice. First game, 60-30, the final against Penobscot Valley. The other game you had mentioned, a lot of kids out sick for Calais. It was a 60-point win for Penobscot Valley, but you really can't take much out of that one.
No, you can't. I mean, that would be like comparing a team if they were putting their JV team on the floor, because essentially it's what they're doing. 3 of your starters are out. You're going to have a bunch of people who don't typically playing a lot of minutes. But for this Calais team, when they have a chance to have all 5 starters on the floor, they certainly have a good chance. And like we said, playing their best ball as of late. That first game against Penobscot Valley, that was a 30-point game, was way early in the season. Playing better now, so who's to say they can't do it?
Blue Devils come in here, the number 5 seed, looking to pull the upset over the number 1 seed Penobscot Valley Howlers. Penobscot Valley trying to reach a championship game for the 2nd straight season and trying to win their first gold ball in team history, but they've got to go through a few big-time teams in order to get there. I want to thank Hammond Lumber Company, presenting sponsor of Tourney 2025 here on Eastern Maine Sports. They're a fourth-generation family-owned company with over 900 dedicated employees across 22 locations in Maine and New Hampshire, a trusted Maine building supply, service, and materials company serving the industry since 1953, Hammond Lumber Company. Black Bear Crane, a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erections to modular home and communication equipment. Give them a call today, 977-BEAR. And for a slam dunk in your next home buying or selling process, remember to get looped and get sold with Next Homie's Sarah Ryan with Next Home Experience. Sarah Ryan and Next Home Experience, proud sponsor of Tourney 2025 here on Eastern Maine Sports. Toby Nelson, Gabe Nason with you from the Cross Insurance Center as we get set for high school basketball this afternoon, Penobscot Valley and Calais. How about we take a time out on the pregame show? When we come back, we'll meet the starters in this one. It's tournament basketball, number 1 Penobscot Valley, number 5 Calais. It comes your way next on Eastern Maine Sports.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Go and stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business. Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
My name is Rick Ames, and now we have an office in Dexter, which is what we consider our hometown now. We still have our office in Lincoln, and we're loving that. We're looking forward to helping you naturally feel and be your very best.
Been to Harvest Moon Deli yet? See you down at the deli.
Building or remodeling a home or office and need electrical work? Call Ideal Energy Solutions. Ideal Energy Solutions is ready to wire your building right. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Been to Harvest Moon Deli yet? you down at the deli.
To Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing a vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine. And stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
My name's Rick Ames, and now we have an office in Dexter, which is what we consider our hometown now. We still have our office in Lincoln, and we're loving that. We're looking forward to helping you naturally feel and be your very best.
Building or remodeling a home or office and need electrical work? Call Ideal Energy Solutions. Ideal Energy Solutions is ready to wire your building right. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
Timeout.
All right! Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the MPA and the Maine Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And back at the Cross Insurance Center, Toby Nelson along with Gabe Nason getting set for the second game of our afternoon doubleheader, Penobscot Valley and Calais. Earlier today we saw it was Mattanocook with a 35-32 win over Dexter. Took the Tigers forever to get going. They only scored 12 points through 3 quarters, then caught lightning in a bottle late, scored 20 points in the fourth quarter alone, came up just a little bit short.
Yeah, I mean, a great game in that one. I mean, Dexter, like you said, looked dead in the water and then came out of nowhere in that fourth quarter to make it a game. I mean, what can you say about that? I mean,
it was a great game. Great game, great finish. Tonight, a couple more Class C games. We go to the boys' side tonight, Gabe.
Yeah, you got number 3 Madawaska versus number 7 Calais. That one's at 7. And then at 8:30, there is number 5 Fort Kent versus number 1 Mattanocook. Both MA teams looking to have their teams in a regional final, which would be pretty cool for them. And then obviously, as we look towards the championship weekend, you've got in the B girls side of things, you've got Caribou and Erskine, and on the boys side of things, you've got Orono and Caribou. That'll be Friday. And then this morning we had the completion of the D, and that'll be Skank boys and Katahdin boys, and Skank girls and Central Aroostook girls.
A lot of championship basketball to be played on Friday and Saturday. We'll find out who plays Mattanocook following this game. Send it over to the table. Public address announcer for this game is Richard Ezzy. He's got the starting lineups for you right now.
Let's meet the teams. First, a number 5 seed, Calais Blue Devils. A junior, number 2, Hannah Shannon. A junior, number 5, Addison Elsmore. A freshman, number 12, Ella Louie. A senior, number 21, Natalie McDonald. A junior, number 24, Alexis Bowen. A freshman, number 33, Sadie McPhee. And a junior, number 35, Peyton Beal. A managers for Calais are Leilani Welsh, Kaylin Morrison, and Hayden Sabatis. Assistant coaches Ben Collins and Allie Hill. And the head coach for the Blue Devils is Dean Preston. And now let's meet the number 1 seed, Penobscot Valley Howlers. A freshman, number 10, Charlotte Brochu. A freshman, number 13, Nicole Solomon. A sophomore, number 31, Abby Farley. And a senior, number 32, Jessica Condra. The managers for Penobscot Valley are Lily Hallett, Paxton King, Emily Mailman, and Emmy Coyle. Assistant coaches Mike Austin, Alex Mooney, and Jonathan Hallett. And the head coach for the Howlers is Nate Case. And now let's meet the starting lineups. For Calais, a sophomore, number 10, Sarah Wentworth. And for Penobscot Valley, a senior, number 1, Ellie Austin. For the Blue Devils, a sophomore, number 20, Casey Small. And for the Howlers, a sophomore, number 2, Brooklyn Raymond. For Calais, a senior, number 23, Kate McPhee. And for Penobscot Valley, a junior, number 3, Riley Moulton. For the Blue Devils, a senior, number 32, Kaylee Scott. And for the Howlers, a junior, number 20, Lila Cummings. For Calais, a sophomore, number 34, Olivia Turner. And for Penobscot Valley, a senior, number 40, Shay Ireland.
So the starting lineups for this one, we just heard from Richard Ezzy. It's Austin, Raymond, Moulton, Cummings, and Ireland for Penobscot Valley. For the Calais Blue Devils, Wentworth, Small, McPhee, Scott, and Turner. Those are the starting 5 for both these clubs. The Penobscot Valley Howlers, the home gray uniforms with the green and white trim, and the Calais Blue Devils in the traveling blue with a light blue and white trim. Chris Thornton, Lance Cowan, and Gail Purse are officials in this one. Second game of the afternoon session. Following these, tonight it is boys action. They're getting away with 7 and 8:30 tonight.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned it before, Madawaska boys, a long time. They've been in the semifinals, been a while.
Yeah.
Taking on the number 7 seed Calais Blue Devils. Coach Dean Preston coaching both boys and girls teams. But
impressive.
It is, and he's done very, very well. He's been a long-time basketball coach here in the state. Won a state championship with the Shed girls back in 1999. Coach Washington Academy boys. Opening tip taken by Penobscot Valley. Three-point try is good for Riley Moulton. They're on the scoreboard. Took him just 7 seconds. In the backcourt, Penobscot Valley with some pressure, and breaking it is Calais' Kaylee Scott. Scott breaks the time stripe whistle. 10-second violation on the Blue Devils.
Seems like a quick 10-second violation. But yeah, great defense. Coach Preston talked about it to me when I was talking to him before the game, and that if they wanted to win, they had to be able to break the press, but they were able to do quite a lot the first time these teams played, but got to do it consistently in a game like this.
So the Penobscot Valley Howlers, Riley Moulton with the basketball for the Howlers, gives it over. The three-point try off the back rim for Raymond, no good. Ball coming this way as Ellie Austin. Looks like he was going to jump over the table at us.
Yeah, looks like was it?
You noticed me, I was protecting you. Did you
yes,
see that?
I appreciated that. Was it you one year that got jumped over during
Taylor Childeron?
Yes, I knew it was.
He hurdled me over it.
Yes.
I was working, I believe, for MPBM.
Yes, you were. I vividly remember that.
On the baseline, shot for Shay Ireland, no good. Rebound pulled off by Calais, kicked out of bounds by Riley Moulton.
That's why you were protecting me. You know what it's like to have someone jump over you.
That was, I believe, 2015 or 16.
Yes, yeah.
He went flying over the top. The picture looked probably better than it actually
100%,
was.
Yeah.
But, whatever, I'll take the credit. 7:10 to go here in the opening quarter. Calais trying to break the time stripe. Ball knocked away and stolen. Lila Cummings with a steal. Cummings up ahead to Ellie Austin. Tipped away. Stolen back by Calais. And picked back up by Penobscot Valley. A whistle, a reach-in foul on the Blue Devils on Sarah Wentworth. So Wentworth called for the foul. And Penobscot Valley to inbound underneath their own basket.
Certainly not the pace you want to play at if you're Calais, right? You need to slow it down if you want to be a team like PVHS because they just want to run up and down all day long. If you allow them to do that, it's going to be a long day.
So Ireland inbounds, gets it up top now at the free throw line. Austin dumps it down low. Ireland, the layup no good. The rebound, the putback around and in. That one goes for Lila Cummings.
The spin on that one, that looked like it was going to hit off the board and just roll off. It just kept rolling.
In the backcourt, Scott for Calais. Now to Turner. Turner, ball stripped and stolen, taken out by Austin. She double dribbled. She wanted to pass the ball and then didn't really know what to do with it. Picked it back up.
Good defensive play by Calais to kind of give the in-between defensively, not commit to one or the other, and it forced the turnover.
Dean Preston calls a timeout. He wants to chat it over with his club because they're having a hard time just getting the ball to the front court right now.
Yeah, and that's obviously huge. You got to get in the front court to score, but even more so huge because you can't slow down the game if you can't get past the half-court line. So for them to be able to play the speed that they want to play, they have to be able to execute the press break and then reset and take some time off the clock and work.
Penobscot Valley wants a frantic pace. They want to move the ball up and down the court. They shoot from the outside. They can drive it inside if you need to. They're really a complete package. Mm-hmm. The Howlers, the number 1 team at 19-0. They beat all comers this year, including this Calais team, twice.
What makes it even harder, too, is that they don't have, like, a player who just shoots or a player who just takes it to the basket. They have 3 perimeter players who can score in all facets of the game, which makes it so much more difficult.
In the backcourt, Scott. Now to Wentworth, breaks it up into the front court. Calais will settle up in the front court. Pass inside, knocked away, goes out of bounds. It stays with the Blue Devils as Wentworth inside, couldn't hang on to it, but it goes out of bounds off of Penobscot Valley. Blue Devils inbound, ball knocked away and stolen back by the Howlers. Austin going to go left side, goes up for the shot and gets fouled. Reach-in foul on Calais, and going to the free throw line, Ellie Austin to shoot 2.
Calais foul number 20, Casey Small, her first.
Casey Small call for the foul. It's her first, second on the team at the free throw line, Ellie Austin to shoot 2. Looking for her first points of the semifinal. Yeah, she gets the first. And Penobscot Valley beat Central in the opener, 80-30. And Calais beating Mount View 36-30 in the quarterfinal. Second shot is good, so 2 of 2 at the line for Austin.
And to put that win for Calais into even more perspective, I think a lot of people thought that Mount View could give PV a run for their money in a semifinal game like this. So for Calais to beat that team obviously says a lot about Calais.
Yeah, it was a good win for the Blue Devils. Inside turnaround shot off the back rim, no good for Kate McPhee. Rebound pulled down by Penobscot Valley. It's Riley Moulton, takes it left side, dumps it down low for Shea Ireland. It's not going to bounce, going to stay with Penobscot Valley. Ireland to inbound. There's a 3-point try on the way from Moulton. Swish.
2 threes early for her.
It's a 10-0 Penobscot Valley lead. The 1 seed leading the 5 seed in the backcourt. Scott breaks the time stripe up ahead to Small, dumps it down low on the baseline, shot around, no good. Weak side board pulled off by Austin, and the Howlers running. Front court with it now, it's Raymond. Goes down low, and the kick-out pass, they'll work around the perimeter. Ireland skips it near side, off to Moulton, tries another 3, that's off the rim, no good. And a board pulled down by the Howlers. There's a 3-point try short, that one by Ireland, and it goes out of bounds. They're not bashful, and they shouldn't be.
No,
shoot the ball.
Yeah, they like to shoot a lot, especially from behind the perimeter. Shea Ireland, who has a dominating presence underneath, will extend and shoot those 3s. She's hit a bunch of them this year and certainly makes it difficult for teams.
Ball knocked away and stolen to the glass. The shot no good. Tipped out of bounds. Stays with Penobscot Valley. So Moulton with the steal. She kind of she's at the head of the press.
Yeah.
And just a very active defender.
Creates a lot of issues for typically the other team's best offensive player.
As Austin for 3 is good. So Ellie Austin for 3. It's a 13-0 start here for Penobscot Valley. So they've got a couple touchdowns and they missed an extra point. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Calais up the near side.
easy to put up 13 points in a quick way when you hit 3 threes right off the rip.
You look at Penobscot Valley, just the mixture of the team, and they have 3 players that would probably be the best player on another team.
Yeah.
You know, as when you look at what they have out on the court. There's great complementary players around them as well. They play defense together. And the ball thrown up the near side, out of bounds, is thrown away by Calais Scott. So it's turned over, and the ball goes back to Penobscot Valley.
Yeah, and like you said, outside of Addison Sear of MA, who we just saw on the court, and Mary Allen, I don't know if there's other people who you would not start in place of these people, or who you would start in place of their 3.
Moulton swings it near side. The catch. Raymond wants 3. Takes it, misses. There's a ball out of bounds off Calais. They couldn't rebound it. Coach Dean Preston shouting out encouragement to his team across the way. He'll be in action tonight with his boys team, again playing Madawaska at 7 o'clock here at the Cross Center. Entry pass is tied up. Possession arrow to Calais. So Blue Devils possession. Penobscot Valley, a 1-2-2, full court trap. Try to break the time strike. Ball knocked away and stolen. They dribble into traffic and stolen away by Cummings. Cummings, pass to Moulton. Moulton back into the corner. Ireland back to Moulton. Ellie Austin flashes out. Now they'll go into the corner. There's Raymond with it for Penobscot Valley. Down to 4:11 to go here in the opening quarter, and Calais yet to score. 13-0, Penobscot Valley leading it. Here's Moulton. Down low, Ireland turns. Shot is no good, but a whistle and a foul on the Blue Devils.
And that's exactly the pace that Calais would like to play, right? They slow that down, make them work the ball around, play good defense. That's what you would hope if you're Calais to continue the rest of the way.
Casey Small called for the foul. It's her second. Shea Ireland at the free throw line shooting 2. His first free throw good. She'll get one more here. Team leads at 14-0, so they made the extra point.
Yes. Just took them an extra few possessions to hit the extra point.
Second one around and off, no good. And the rebound pulled off by Calais. Blue Devils looking for their first points. Ball knocked away. Moulton saves it in. Right into Ellie Austin. Steps through. Whistle. No, they call a player control foul on Austin for pushing off. Created her own space there that time. So it's turned over. Sub coming in for Penobscot Valley. Abigail Farley will check in. Farley had 10 points in the quarterfinal round. So, you bring a player off the bench and she scores double figures.
Yeah, you have to be impressed with what Abigail Farley did in that quarterfinal round. Didn't play a whole lot this year, but got in those when they were beating teams by a lot. She was able to get in and get minutes, but that game she was in right off rip and put up points quick for him.
Timeout called by Calais. Coach Preston's got the whiteboard out, trying to help his team break this pressure because it's been playing them for fits in this first quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, that's, like I said at the beginning, this is what Coach Preston had talked about, was they need to be able to break the pressure quickly and make a difference in that way, get down quickly, be able to slow things down. They haven't been able to do that so far, which I'm assuming is he's going to try and find a different press breaker that may work for them to then break that press.
Calais yet to score in the first quarter. 3:46 to play in the opening quarter from the Cross Center. Madinock already in the regional final. The Lynx knocking off Dexter 35-32.
I assume we're waiting to come back from the TV break, if I had to guess.
All right. As we come back with Calais with the basketball, Olivia Turner to inbound. Coming up to pick the basketball up for Calais is McPhee. Passes near side, picked back up by the Blue Devils, but again, they're being harassed all over the place. Ball knocked away, loose on the floor, picked back up by Calais. Blue Devils with small to the glass, shot no good. Weak side board taken off by Penobscot Valley. Howlers run up into the front court. With it is Cummings. With a whistle and a travel, so Cummings turns it over.
A couple of those unforced turnovers by PV so far, where they've been indecisive with where they want to go with the ball. Obviously not exactly what you want to see. Hasn't made a difference yet, but certainly can.
Scott for Calais. That was Small, breaking midcourt. Scott picks up the dribble, gives it off to Wentworth. Wentworth left side, faked on the three-point shot, pulls up at the foul line. Shot comes up short. Rebound taken off on the baseline by Penobscot Valley and stolen back by Calais, out by Small. Small spins in the lane, shot off the back rim, no good. And we've got a rebound. And I believe Penobscot Valley out of bounds. Ball came down to Raymond. She was just laying out of bounds, so it's off of her. Turner to inbound. As her pass thrown away and stolen. Taken out by Riley Moulton. Moulton running the court. Nice pass off. The shot no good that time by Farley. Rebound pulled off by Calais. In the backcourt, long pass into the front court for Calais. Stolen away, knocked out of bounds by Raymond. Penobscot Valley hands all over the place in passing lanes.
Yeah, I mean, there's been no room to breathe so far for Calais. A hand constantly in their face, a hand constantly in the passing lanes. Calais gets on the board for the first time. Kaylee Scott with a three.
Yeah, the inbounds pass goes to the corner, and Kaylee Scott sticks a three. So the first points for the Blue Devils come about 5.5 minutes into the first quarter, makes it 14-3. Long pass along the near side. Moulton catches, tries three. That's off the mark. Long rebound. Raymond will chase it down for Penobscot Valley. So Raymond's got it. Gives it off to Austin. Now back with Riley Moulton. Here's Raymond for three, and she rattles it home. So Brooklyn Raymond hits the three, her first points of the game, makes it 17-3 in favor of Penobscot Valley.
And now all starters have scored for PVHS.
We've spread the wealth here in the first quarter. This is Olivia Turner. Passes it down low, and the kick-out pass now to Scott. Scott on the drive, fires it down inside, knocked away, and stolen, knocked out of McPhee's hands, and pulled out by Raymond of Penobscot Valley. Raymond off to Moulton. Moulton left side. Dribbles back up to the top of the key where Raymond finds it. Out to Austin. Fires it down low. There's a kick out pass to Moulton. Open. Another three. Swish. She had 25 in the quarterfinal. She's got 9 here in the first quarter of the semifinal. Makes it 20-3 in favor of Penobscot Valley.
Make that 5 threes in the first quarter for these Howlers.
They're an offensive machine. Driving the lane, ball thrown into the lane, picked up by Calais. Going up with a shot, ripped away from Kaylee Scott, and the outlet pass out to Moulton. Moulton gathers, lays it up around the rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound chased out by the Blue Devils, pulled down by Turner. Turner up to midcourt as it goes out of bounds, tipped by Cummings, and it goes out of bounds off of Penobscot Valley. Jessica Condrup checking in for the Howlers. So Coach Nate Case going to his bench here in the first quarter. 50 seconds to play. Blue Devils fire it down along the baseline. Shot comes up short, that time for Small. Rebound pulled out by Penobscot Valley. Up the court for the Howlers is Farley. Farley right side. Brings it back. Open Moulton. Another three around the rim and out. No good. Condrup with a rebound. Gives it back to Moulton. As the shot by Farley off the rim, no good. Ellie Austin chases down to the corner for the Howlers. At the free throw line, Cummings. That one goes out of bounds. Stays with Penobscot Valley with 20 seconds to go in the quarter.
I mean, great defense in the half court so far by Calais. Obviously, a lot of the points for Penobscot Valley coming in transition when they've created the turnovers, but the half court defense on the Howlers has been great by Calais.
So it's turned over. Ball goes back. Penobscot Valley with it with 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Moulton. Off to Austin. Austin with a dribble. Gives it back to Moulton with 13 seconds. Moulton off to Condrup. Moulton. Now Austin. Riley Moulton toes one up from three-point land. That one off. Rebound inside. Shot no good. As Charlotte Brochu just checked in, but she gets fouled and goes to the free throw line for two. So 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And at the free throw line, Charlotte Brochu to shoot two. As the first free throw around the rim and in. She'll get one more here. And the second shot for Brochu is good. So 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Inbounds pass for the Blue Devils comes over to Scott. She'll let the first quarter run out, and that's how the first quarter ends here from the Cross Center. It's been all Howlers so far in this one. After the first quarter of play, Penobscot Valley 22, Calais 3. Back with second quarter action after this on Eastern Maine Sports.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the MPA and the Maine Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Riley Moulton with 9 first quarter points, helping Penobscot Valley to the lead. You see it on your scoreboard there, 22-3. The lead for the Penobscot Valley Howlers over Calais. Toby Nelson, Gabe Nason back with you at the Cross Insurance Center. Mark Callan, our producer in this one. And we get set for a second quarter action. Tonight, 2 more games on the boys' side for the semifinals in Class C. It's Madawaska taking on Calais, and it's the number 1 seed Mattanock as the Lynx take on Fort Kent.
Yes.
So.
Both should be very, very good games.
And a lot of the state covered in that one. You have 2 way up north, you have 1 really east, and 1 kind of smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
So out of the quarter break, it's the Howlers with the basketball. It's Brooklyn Raymond with the basketball. Free throw line. Kick pass to the corner. Open 3-point try on the way. That one no good for Riley Moulton right in front of us. And the rebound pulled off by Calais. Down court for the Blue Devils, Olivia Turner. Turner takes it right side, weaves through traffic, lays it up and in.
Olivia Turner.
Turner's first points of the game. Makes it 22-5 as we start the second quarter of play. Off on the baseline. Austin down inside. Cummings, a whistle and a traveling violation, so a turnover. Ball goes back to Calais. Blue Devils have it. Along the near side with Scott. Fires it down into the front court over Sadie McPhee, and she can't catch up to it. It goes out of bounds, so it's turned over. And again, the pressure for Penobscot Valley, it's not direct turnovers, but a lot of times they just force you to speed it up and you throw it away.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about the hands in the passing lane. They had 10 steals in the first quarter alone. So, I mean, like you said, just so much pressure speeds you up, forces you to throw bad passes, and then you have a situation like that where you throw it out of bounds.
Bolton off in the corner, dumps it down low. Ball knocked away. A whistle, foul on the Howlers after the ball was stolen. That one goes on Penobscot Valley. On number 20, Lila Cummings. That's first on the team. At the half of this one, we'll chat with Sean Stackhouse. You know him as public address announcer here at the Cross Center. Also does a lot of stuff up at the University of Maine. Actually does some games on Eastern Maine Sports as well, and he's esports moderator, a host from around the world. Is the 3-point try no good, but a foul on Penobscot Valley.
Despite the unfortunate start to the game, Calais certainly had a great start to this quarter.
Yes, they have. Yep, they got behind 22-3. They've hit a basket, and they get 3 shots here at the free throw line. 3 shots for Sarah Wentworth as she was fouled shooting a 3-pointer. First one is missed. She'll get 2 more. As the second one around and off, no good. She'll get 1 more. 0 for 2 so far for Wentworth. Chance to get this third one. And the shot on the way, that one missed off the side of the rim. Rebound pulled off by Penobscot Valley. Cummings with the board. Into the front court, hands it off now to Raymond. Brooklyn Raymond to Austin. Spins in the lane, goes up with a shot. It's short. Rebound out of bounds off Calais. It'll stay with the Howlers. Right now near us as we sit on press row. Shea Ireland inbounds, gets it into Austin. Shot a little hard. Rebound pulled off by Cummings. We get a reach-in foul on the Blue Devils. So, foul on Calais.
Cummings already with 5 rebounds as well.
Ella Louie called for the foul. That's her first, the first in the team. Ellie Austin skips it off into the corner. Three-pointer on the way. That one's good. Riley Moulton. That's her fourth. And the ball thrown away in the backcourt is Kaylee Scott giving it back to Turner and threw it too high out of bounds. So it's turned over. Ball goes back to Penobscot Valley. Howlers inbound the ball. Ireland into Raymond. Now Moulton. Moulton up top, swings it off into the corner. Raymond's got it. Gives it down inside. Cummings and a quick swing out to Austin. Three-pointer off the side of the rim, no good. Shea Ireland with a rebound. Step back. Raymond three, back rim, no good. Rebound back inside by Cummings. Goes up with a shot, no good. Whistle and a foul on Calais.
Not only did they do great defensively, they have only been out-rebounded twice this year, and it's to a much bigger team in Mattanock. So certainly impressive, their effort on the rebounding side of things as well as their defensive side of things.
Foul on Sadie McPhee. 2 shots at the free throw line here for Cummings. The lefty at the line. First shot no good. She'll get one more. And the second shot off the back rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Raymond of Penobscot Valley. Moulton for three, another one. Wow.
Next one she makes, she'll tie the record for most in a game in Class C girls game in the tournament.
Well, and she's got 2.5 quarters to figure it out.
Yes,
Ball
she does.
out of bounds, stepping out of bounds on the near side is Calais. Sadie McPhee turns it over, and it goes back to Penobscot Valley. Whistle, timeout called by Calais. So a timeout taken by the Blue Devils. They'll take a 60-second timeout as they want to chat things over with 5:37 to play here in the first half. And Penobscot Valley gave with a 28-5 lead. Again, steady three-point shooting and just steady defense here by the Howlers.
Yeah, I mean, nothing better that you could ask for if you're Coach Nate Case. Great performance so far. Held Calais in check, really been able to turn them over. Obviously, Coach Preston trying to still get, there's still a lot of time left. Game's certainly not over. Just trying to get his girls in check and trying to chip away little by little.
Class C regional championship games on Saturday night. The Class Ds are on Saturday afternoon. Both skink teams in the D finals. The girls will play Central Aroostook. The boys will play Katahdin. And then the Class B championship games tomorrow night, as it's both Caribou teams in it. The Caribou girls play Erskine at 6. That's followed by the Caribou boys and the Orono boys. Shapes to be a pretty good night and weekend of basketball, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, both Caribou teams just had fantastic seasons, only both losing one game all year. Hard to do in a really competitive Class B, and they found their way back. They found their way into a regional title game. The girls finally get past Ellsworth after a lot of years of losing to them in the semifinals too.
Riley Moulton with a three-point miss. Rebound by Ellie Austin, puts it up and in. Austin with 7 points here in the first half. 30-5. As the runner down court for Calais. Pass inside for the Blue Devils to Louie. Knocked away and stolen. Up ahead of the pack now Raymond catches. Nice feed to Moulton. Lays it up and in. Wow, just a little touch pass to Riley Moulton. And she was the recipient of the great feed by Raymond.
17 for Moulton so far.
Wentworth has it in the front court for the Calais Blue Devils. Knocked away and stolen. Guess who? It's Riley Moulton to the glass. Lays it up and in. Draws the foul. So Riley Moulton's having herself a first half. 19 points.
I'd say so. 19 points is pretty good game for a lot of people, let alone a first half.
And not even halfway through the second quarter. Fouling on number 12, Ella Louie, her second.
Also her 6th steal of the game right there, too.
So at the free throw line, shooting one is Riley Moulton. As the shot is good. So Moulton caps off the three-point play. And another timeout called by Calais. So the Blue Devils will take another timeout with 4:51 to play here in the first half, and it's up to a 30-point ball game, just like that, with the three-point shots, with the defensive pressure that Penobscot Valley shows they can build these leads up very quickly.
Yeah, and that's the issue, right, is that it just happens so quickly. You feel like you're in it right as the bell, what are we, boxing? Right as the tip goes, you feel like you're in it, and then suddenly it's like we're barely, not even halfway through the second quarter, and it's a 30-point game. They just put it on you really quick, which makes it difficult to then be able to come back and make that comeback and win. That's why you have to hold them in check that first quarter and get the first punch in, because if you don't, they'll just keep punching you.
Well, they beat Central in the first game, beat them by 50, 80 to 30. And the Central team we've seen a couple times this year. That Central team it's a competitive team.
Yes, yeah, no question.
So they really find a way to exploit you, and they play great defense. They're the number 1 seed for a reason. They average about 75 points a game. They only give up 23.
Yeah.
That's a huge, you're talking about having a 52-point differential in every game. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So out of the timeout, Calais with the basketball, trailing at 35-5. The shot no good, taken off the side by Wentworth. The rebound pulled down as Moulton swings it out to the corner. A whistle, and we get a player control foul. Yeah, player control foul, and Riley Moulton ran over her defender. She got rid of the basketball, and as she was still in the air, she came crashing over Kaylee Scott. So for Moulton, her first, second on the team, third on the team here in the second quarter. And Calais inbounds it with 4:32 to go in the half. Blue Devils with Scott. Now off into the corner. Shot put up no good by Wentworth. Rebound pulled off by Penobscot Valley. Riley Moulton always looking to push the ball up court. Fires it down inside. Cummings catches. Shot no good. Whistle and a foul on the Blue Devils. Olivia Turner called for the foul. The first on Turner. At the free throw line, shooting 2, Lila Cummings. 2 points in the game for her. As a free throw on the way is no good. She'll get one more here for Penobscot Valley.
Back in for the Blue Devils, number 20, Casey Small.
Casey Small back in for Calais, number 20. And the second shot here for Cummings. That one's good. So she's 1 of 2 at the line. Makes it a 36-5 ball game. This is Sarah Wentworth. Gives it off to Scott. Back off into the corner now for the Blue Devils. Nice pass inside. The shot no good. But a whistle and a foul. They get Sadie McPhee inside, the recipient of the nice pass, and she'll head to the free throw line for 2. Calais has taken 4 timeouts here in the first half. Just, Coach Preston's trying to find the right answers, and don't blame him. You got to try to get something going.
Yeah, got to try and give your team a chance as best you can. And he's trying to take in the timeouts, trying to put in sets, trying to put in press breakers, different things, trying to throw different things, and just not working so far.
McPhee made the first, second shot on the way. That one's good as well. So 2 of 2 at the line. Makes it 36-7, and Penobscot Valley to inbound. Riley Moulton for Penobscot Valley brings it into the front court. Now Raymond back to Moulton. Moulton to Ellie Austin, feeds her inside. They work a triangle, open Moulton, 3-pointer on the way, that's no good. Shea Ireland the rebound, gives it back to Austin, excuse me. Out to Moulton for 3, that one's good. That's her, sixth
And
of the half?
she's officially tied the record for most in a tournament game by a Class C player. Jade Keyser.
I actually did that game in 2011.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. I was
seeing
just
records
thinking,
all
I
the
remember
time.
Jade Keyser. She was a fun little player for Orono. And we get a whistle, ball out of bounds. They're going to stay with Calais. I actually think that game might have been against Dexter, too.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it was against Dexter.
39-7. Down inside, shot off the glass, no good. A rebound pulled down by Calais, taken out by Small. And the Blue Devils to reset in their offensive end. Haven't seen a lot of that in the first half as Penobscot Valley's pushed them out with their defense. Here's Kaylee Scott. Ball stripped away and stolen, taken out by Raymond. Raymond into the front court. Off in the corner, Austin for three, and she gets it.
You know, I don't know what percentage they're shooting right now from three, but it has to be ridiculously high. I don't know how many they've missed, but it can't be many.
So Ellie Austin hits a three-pointer, and the Howlers take a quick timeout with 2 minutes and 42 seconds to play here in the first half. So it has been a shooting exposition here put on by the Penobscot Valley Howlers.
9 made threes in the first half. 3 away from the record. So
for the team record?
For the team record in the game, yep. Calais holds that one, 2019. Remember that one?
They all run together now.
Yeah, so you've been doing it plenty of times. You know, I found a picture of you from a hot minute ago that I think Aroostook County Hoops posted of you back in the day.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah. Yeah, I've had a few put up online. We've had some fun between the auditorium, the Cross Center, different radio groups, television, whatever I've had the opportunity to do. Doing some work here this year with Eastern Maine Sports. It's been fun.
You just got a very silky voice. It's made for this type of stuff.
I hope so. I hope so. After 30 years, I hope I figured something out. So.
Fair. I mean, I think a lot of people see you as the voice of the tournament in a way, because you've done a lot of those big games on the MPBN, obviously, throughout the years too. So
yeah, this is my 20th, which is I was going back and looked. This is my 20th year. I'm coming back for the state finals next week.
Yeah.
20 years of MPBN, which is crazy because as a kid, that's what I grew up watching.
Yeah.
So.
And now you just are the voice.
I'm the old man that everyone's looking at. I believe the foul on Penobscot Valley is the 5th. So at the free throw line, shooting 2 now for Calais, Sarah Wentworth. Wentworth looking for her first points of the semifinal. And is the free throw good?
Back in for the Howlers, number 32, Jessica Condra.
Jessica Condra back in.
Moulton checks out.
Yeah, Moulton's had herself a first half.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Second shot's good. So Wentworth makes them both. 6 3-pointers. 23 points in the first half for her. And we get a whistle, 5-second violation. So a 5-second violation on Penobscot Valley. It didn't look like it was closely guarded, but I guess it doesn't matter what I think.
It's true. It's true. They don't care what we think, but we think that that was a little bit weird.
Casey Small with it, now gives it to McPhee. Off to Scott. Kaylee Scott, the drive, the layup off the glass is good. So Kaylee Scott with her second field goal of the game. She had a 3 back to start things off for Calais. She got 5 in the first half. Minute 50 to play. First half action from the Cross Center. Here's Ellie Austin. Off in the corner. As Austin gets it back on the right wing. Dribbles down the lane, stops, pulls up from 10, swish. So Ellie Austin with the bucket. Makes it 44-11. As a whistle, foul on Penobscot Valley. This one on Brooklyn Raymond. So the Blue Devils should be going to the free throw line. Penobscot Valley's had to play Red Devils and then Blue Devils.
Playing all the Devils.
I think that's it.
That seems like I don't know. I don't know if you want to play all the Devils. That seems a little bit scary.
If you beat them, that's good.
That's
right?
true. Yeah, that's true.
So Kate McPhee at the free throw line for 2. First shot's good.
Nolan re-enters and Charlotte Brochu re-enters into the game.
Yeah, Brochu had a couple foul shots back in the first quarter, so she's back in the game.
And they're hoping that she's part of this next upcoming future for the Howlers. They feel like she's kind of got the, as McPhee makes her second, they're kind of hoping that she can be the next multifaceted scorer for them.
On the baseline, the shot by Ireland, that one's good. That should be Austin, Ellie Austin with a bucket. She's come alive here in this second second quarter with 9 points in the second quarter, 14 in the game.
She always quietly just puts up her numbers, and obviously 1,000-point scorer, but she never really has those big explosive games, but just consistently around that 15-point average.
Nice rebounder, good defender for Penobscot Valley. The shot no good on the other end, and a reach-in foul on Penobscot Valley underneath. As a foul goes on Abigail Farley, that'll send the Blue Devils to the free throw line with Casey Small. Yeah, looking at Penobscot Valley, 3 seniors, Ellie Austin, Just Condrup, and Shay Ireland. So they lose some nice players, but you know what? They've got some players coming off the bench too that will fill some roles for them next year.
Yeah, absolutely. And at least from what I understand, is the first one's good for Casey Small. Their middle school team has been pretty good this past year as well. So it sounds like they may have some younger kids coming up as well who are going to be able to impact relatively soon.
You know, you look at Raymond, Moulton, Cummings, you can build a lot around them as the second shot's good as well. And look, they want to have some more games to play this year.
Yes,
Not worrying about that right now.
Yes, they're certainly focused on what's coming now instead of next year, but got to be in the back of your mind at least a little bit.
46-15, the lead for Penobscot Valley. Kick out, open, three-point shot off the side of the rim, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, stays with the Howlers. So they'll try again. That three-pointer was Abigail Farley. 36 seconds to go in the first half. As the inbounds pass comes into Austin. Austin lost the handle, now stolen back by Calais.
A collision there, though. Didn't look like it was too fun for either player.
Kaylee Scott into the front court for the Blue Devils. 23 seconds to go here in the first half, off to Wentworth. Gives it baseline to Scott, left side, drives in the lane, kicks it back up top. That's McPhee. They go right back down inside. Small turnaround shot, that one's good. So Casey Small with the bucket. Quickly into the front court, Condrup for Penobscot Valley. Down low, horn sounds. And the first half in the books here from the Cross Insurance Center. A dominant first half here, Gabe, for the Penobscot Valley Howlers.
It's certainly exactly what you would hope if you're the Howlers. You're looking to, all season they've had to at least have that gold ball on their mind, as most teams do start of the season. They're getting closer and closer, playing their best basketball, it seems, as they've been on the floor. Certainly not much more you can ask if you're coaching Nate Case.
Good first half of play here for the Howlers. After one half, it's Penobscot Valley 46 and Calais 17. We'll come back with halftime after this on Eastern Maine Sports.
And stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business. Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Back at the Cross Insurance Center at the half, a lead for Penobscot Valley over the Calais Blue Devils, and I'm joined at the half by Sean Stackhouse. You may not necessarily know the face, but I definitely know you're going to know the voice as soon as he opens his mouth. Sean, of course, you do a lot of stuff here on Eastern Maine Sports, but a busy time of year because you double between PA here at the Cross Center for the tournament, and you got a lot of work up at the University of Maine as well. You got the Black Bear merchandise on right now, and you're heading up right after this session, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Going up to the pit for women's basketball. It's our pink game against Albany tonight. It's a big one for the Black Bears. They've been struggling with, with Addie injured before the season. Fitzpatrick, she was supposed to probably get quite a few minutes. Her first year, she got injured, I think, in the summer. It's just like just one thing after another. So Amy's been trying to piece that together, and hopefully she'll have some kind of Jody Grant-esque master plan to keep the team in it.
Let's talk about a lot of the things that you do here for the University of Maine. You've joined. You're doing a lot of PA for women's basketball and ice hockey. You've got up to the University of Maine at a really, really good time for sports right now.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a while coming for some of those sports, but I mean, I've been there since I can't remember the exact year, but I know baseball went to regionals in North Carolina. My first year announcing for that team, and then got to do some women's hockey, got to do some men's hockey, filling in here and there, and then I think at some point I've been like the primary PA voice for almost every sport. Now they've lightened my load a little bit. They only have me on soccer, both basketballs, men's hockey, and baseball.
Okay.
So it's pretty chaotic, though. It keeps me busy, though, and that's what I really like.
And I was going to say, the atmosphere right now, the men's basketball team is having their best season they've had in years.
Yes.
The women's, of course, Amy Vachon just has a consistent program that wins. Hockey is back to where we want to see it, being very competitive and winning games against some of the Boston schools. So it's a great time to be a Black Bear fan, isn't it?
Yeah, and over the past several years, it's been great to be a fan of the women's sports at UMaine. I mean, field hockey nationally ranked for quite a while there. Women's hockey, not just a few years ago, was in the semifinals of Hockey East, and now Molly Engstrom's done a fantastic job with that program, and you're seeing them get a lot of much-deserved publicity as well. So just a lot of the sports up at UMaine right now are thriving, and that's fantastic to see because, again, like I said, for some it's been a long time coming, and at a time where, even several years after the passing of Title IX, women's sports don't always get kind of the run that they should from a lot of schools.
Switch another hat here at the Cross Center, do PA for a lot of the for the MPA tournament here. You're back for another year, so obviously it's the atmosphere. You've been around high school basketball your whole life.
Yeah.
It just matters to a lot of these towns, and I know you have a lot of fun being able to bring that to people around here.
Yeah, I was telling somebody yesterday, I get to travel around the world and I get to do all this stuff at UMaine, and that's really cool. This is my favorite thing that I get to do. This week is my favorite job, if you want to call it that, because we're, however small it is, a part of generational memories for a lot of these communities. Like, these are communities that maybe for the first time or maybe for the last time for a while are competing for championships and trying to make those memories, and just being here, seeing the players compete. I mean, I think this is one of the best tournaments, most exciting tournaments, regionally anyways, that we've had in quite a while. Just every game, the quarterfinals, they're kind of a grab bag, right? It's a mixed reaction of what you're going to get. Every semifinal, with the exception of this one, of course, because we know how good Penobscot Valley is, has been exciting and fun to watch. I mean, you look at the matchup on paper that we just had before this, Dexter and Mattanock. Like, did Dexter have any business being that close? On paper, no. And they played really, really hard, and they almost had like a 80-footer to tie it at the end. Just incredible stuff. You see the passion of the players, the coaches, and the fans. It's second to none for, everything that I get to do. I absolutely love this week, and I wish we could double the length. If just this week, a week could be 10 or 14 days. Just keep having more games like this. It's so fun.
It is a lot of fun. You see great faces, great names, great people, and sometimes you only literally see them this week of the year.
Yeah.
And you can pick up your conversations where you left off the year before. One other thing I want to mention before we go, you said traveling the world, and I know in the esports realm, you've really carved out a name for yourself. First of all, as a coach down at MCI, you've done a great job bringing state championships home for the Huskies, and then as a host around the world. Esports is a huge, huge business, and anyone that doesn't think that it is, well, you're missing the boat, because there's a lot of great opportunity for youngsters and people to get into that business.
Well, yeah, Aaron Jackson teaches over at I think UTC, and I'm going. Well, I hope it's over at UTC because that's where I'm planning on going next week to speak to his class. But I've talked to his class before. I've talked to Dale Duff's class up at NESCOM, and the things I've tried to tell the students there is this is a growing business and growing and booming right now. I mean, for like broadcast talent, it's getting to be not quite an esports winter, but like, you know, I think companies have realized, oh, wait a minute, all those crypto things we invested in might not be working out, so money might be a little bit tighter. But for like production work, camera work, you know, if you can do all this, it doesn't matter if it's, you know, doing the local news or, you know, part of a show in a 10,000 seat arena. Like, there's demand for jobs like that. And, you know, the esports industry is the reason that I'm able to provide a house for my family.
Yep.
You know, I went from living in the upstairs apartment of some old lady's house to owning that house because of the work I've been blessed to do in esports. So the money is absolutely there. It is a very legitimate thing. We're selling out arenas for various different esports all over the world. Our 3 big Rocket League events in Birmingham, England, Raleigh, North Carolina, and Lyon, France are all going to sell out. All like several thousand seat arenas. I think Lyon is like 12 to 14,000 seats. And with as crazy as the French Rocket League community is, they could have taken any stadium in France and sold out 20, 30, 40,000 seats. So that's just for Rocket League that, you know, is not at the top of the totem pole at all. It's not like your League of Legends that could sell out Staples Center or anything. Sorry, whatever the heck they call it now. So, yeah, you know, esports, it's a very exciting time now with, you know, I think everybody's figured out, well, we don't need to do all the small stuff in big arenas or big studios. We can do all that from home like ESPN does for a lot of their remote broadcasts. And then, you know, we shell out for the big events.
Well, it's great to catch up with you, Sean. We look forward to hearing your voice here throughout the course of this week and everything up at the University of Maine, and continued success with the esports game as well, because it's a lot of fun to see what you're doing. So.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good luck keeping track of all the records set here.
I'll try. Holy smokes. A lot of them here in the first half. It's Sean Stackhouse, a voice here for the MPA, one of the PA guys here from the Cross Center. We'll take one quick break, come back with second half action after this. 46-17 at the half on Eastern Maine Sports.
Been to Harvest Moon Deli yet? See you down at the deli.
The video's gonna miss it. Oh, here it comes.
Back at the Cross Insurance Center, 3-pointer put up. That one's good for the start of the second half. Brooklyn Raymond for 3. So the Penobscot Valley Howlers start the second half much like they ended the first half with a 3-pointer.
And 2 away from the record.
49-17 the other way. 3-point shot off the rim, no good for Calais. So the Blue Devils missed the 3. Ball goes out of bounds off to Penobscot Valley. We thank Sean Stackhouse for joining us at the half. Always good to catch up with him because, again, look, if you don't understand the esports thing, look him up online.
Oh, my
because
Lord,
the
yeah.
stuff that he is doing, the company that he works for is doing, is just crazy.
International superstar.
Yep.
He's everywhere all the time. I was talking to him this week about where he was going to be this coming season. He said he's going to be in England twice this season. It sounds like beautiful pass underneath from Moulton to Cummings underneath.
Cummings with the bucket makes it 51-17. For the Blue Devils in the front court, ball knocked away. Loose picked up inside by Small. Kick out, 3-point try. That one taken by Scott, no good. And the Howlers running with it, a whistle and a foul on the Blue Devils. So foul goes on Calais. And trying to get our camera set. If you notice, jumping all over the place.
We're showing the whole side of the gym right now.
51-17, 6:49 to play here in the third quarter. How many Eastern Maine Sports employees does it take to set the camera? We got 3 right now.
Oh, Lord.
Gabe, you might want to go up there and make it 4.
I might need to, apparently.
Goes out, 3-point shot from Moulton. That one's good. That's the record.
There it is.
So Riley Moulton hits a 3.
Now officially has the most 3s in a Class C tournament game.
Breaking a 14-year-old record by Jade Keyser of Orono. And you got to go back to the auditorium for that.
Yeah, you do.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was on a snowy, I can't remember if it was a day that we had some snow, that they canceled the evening session.
Yeah, it was against Dexter. He's our producer / company man Mark Callahan.
That's exactly what I thought. You know, my mind is not going too far. That was 14 years ago.
It's pretty impressive that you even remembered who it was before I even said the name.
Pass inside, knocked away, and it goes out of bounds.
And now Dexter, PVHS also now only 1-3 away from the record for most by a team in a game.
And if I'm not mistaken, in 2011, that was the year that they had to move the Eastern Maine C Championships up to the Alfond Arena, right? It was Orono and Washington Academy in the girls' game, and the boys' game was Lee and Sumner. And I literally don't have that in front of me. It's just remembering.
Yeah, no, for people at home who obviously can't see us, nothing in front of him other than his scorebook, still knows it.
WA won a very, very close game that year against Orono, and Lee ended up beating Sumner pretty handily in the boys' final. Inside, shot put up, around and in. That one good for Ellie Austin.
You know, as someone who wasn't necessarily watching a whole lot of basketball back then, I was only 10 years old in 2011.
You're young. You were born the same year I got married. Dude.
Oh, man, really?
This ball goes out of bounds. Mark, why do you hire these young people? This is Calais ball in the front court.
But, yeah, no, as someone who obviously wasn't watching that, it's impressive to hear you remember so much about it. And I was, not paying attention.
You were not paying attention. You were eating Fruit Loops or whatever.
Correct.
I still do that. I'm 48 now.
Hey, me
Shot
too.
put up around and in. That one good. Is Casey Small with a bucket. First points of the second half for Calais. Makes it 56-19 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. In the front court for the Howlers, Brooklyn Moulton, who hit the three. Out to Austin. Down low, Austin, the shot, we got a whistle and a blocking foul on Calais. Austin went up for the shot. She got fouled. That'll send her to the free throw line for a couple. Foul on Sarah Wentworth. Or Casey Small, excuse me. It's going to be a third on Small. At the free throw line, Ellie Austin to shoot 2. First one's good. 17 for her. Penobscot Valley got to the regional final last year and lost a close game to Dexter.
Yeah, big at the half in that one, too.
They'd love to get back to that situation again. They're well on their way, 58-19. This ball stolen away, taken out by Cummings. So Cummings with a steal for the Howlers. Dribbles off on the left side, hands it off to Raymond. Off in the corner, Moulton tries another three. Yeah, you might as well add to the record, right?
Might as well try and extend that record as much as you can. And
that's 8.
That ties the record for most threes in a game by a team with Calais at 12.
Is that 2019 as well?
Yes, it is.
Wow. So a timeout taken by the Blue Devils. They'll take it with 4:18 to play in the third quarter. So yeah, the 8 3-pointer for Moulton. Yeah, what is the overall record? Not just in Class C. Is there a?
That time, 8 would be the overall record. I believe she has 8 now.
8. So yeah. She tied.
Faith. I don't know how to say. How do you say that last name?
Oh, Faith Schoberg from Presque Isle. Sure, yeah.
I don't know how to say
She
that.
had 8.
In 2022. Very recent.
Dawn Ann Higgins from Lawrence back in 1991. That was Cindy Blodgett's freshman year of high school. You know, that was like my freshman year of high school as well.
Was it actually?
Well, somewhere in that. Yeah, I'm old, Gabe. It's okay.
So you got to be in the middle of the Cindy Blodgett era.
Yeah,
and,
I feel,
see it happen.
I look back in life and I feel pretty fortunate with the age that I am because, first of all, I had really good music in the 80s and 90s.
That's true.
Had great movies in the 80s into the 90s.
Also very true.
And I get to see phenomenal basketball at the Bangor Auditorium in the 80s
yeah,
and 90s.
I'd say so.
You know what? I grew up in the perfect time. I mean, I get maybe everyone says that, but, you know.
But I agree with you, and I was born much later.
So out of the timeout, Calais with the basketball. This is Small, drives the lane, floats it up, gets it to go from the right side. So Casey Small with a bucket. She's got 8 in the game. 61-21.
I believe correct me if I'm wrong, that Presque Isle game, did they lose that game?
They may have.
I think they did.
It has a three-pointer in the corner. That one's good. It's another one from Moulton. She's got the record.
The overall record there, and now the PVHS Howlers also have the team record for most, and that's overall as well.
She's got 9 3-pointers, had 6 in the first half, 3 here in the third quarter. Moulton has felt it today. As the jumper put up and in, that one good for Kate McPhee. Gets it from the right side.
It's funny because after the game, I talked to her after the game. She was our player of the game last time for their quarterfinal matchup, and she was, even despite the points that she put up, she felt like she didn't shoot very well. She didn't necessarily. So I think she would disagree with that statement today with what has to be like a 9 for 11 from 3 or something like that.
32 points for her. On the baseline, Shea Ireland, no good. Rebound pulled down by Calais. So a 41-point lead here for the Howlers. Casey Small up top for Calais. Dribbles, kicks it off on the near side. This is Wentworth. Wentworth works right side out to Scott. Wentworth gets it back, gives it back to Scott. On the drive and the kick out into the corner, it's McPhee. Tipped out of bounds off Penobscot Valley. Coach Nate Case will get some substitutes coming in. Number 13, Nicole Solomon in. Abigail Farley checking in. So getting some subs in. Charlotte Brochu also in. Austin and Moulton, the only starters left in there right now for the Howlers. Along the baseline, three-point shot, no good. A rebound ripped down by Moulton. She doesn't just shoot the ball, she can rebound it as well. Up ahead of the pack, nice pass. Up ahead to Brochu. Actually, Farley, excuse me. Is Abby Farley with the bucket, her first points of the game.
7 players in the scorebook for PVHS. They only have 9 on the roster, so only 2 people haven't scored for them.
Ball knocked out of bounds.
How about 5 assists for Moulton as well and 3 rebounds?
She's had a complete game here, and defensively, she's played phenomenally.
Yes, 6 steals as well.
So inbounds on the baseline, Turner up top with it to Scott. Scott drives, pulls up, shot off the glass, no good. Rebound taken down by Moulton. Moulton running into the front court for Penobscot Valley, picks up the dribble, gives it along the baseline, Austin, and goes down low. And his ball stripped away from Brochu and stolen back by Calais with 1:24 to go in the third. Olivia Turner. Ball goes through her hands and it goes out of bounds. It'll go over to Penobscot Valley, so the Howlers will have it. It's been a game here for Riley Moulton, 32 points, 9 3-pointers. 2 other field goals and a free throw. That's how she's got her 32. In the lane, pull-up pop by Austin. Back-rimmed it, no good. Got her own rebound along the baseline. Throws it up top and thrown away. Taken back by the Blue Devils. Calais into the front court with Turner. 53 seconds to go in the third. Down the lane, and Scott lost the handle. It goes out of bounds.
And out goes Moulton.
Yeah, so Moulton out and Austin out.
Raymond didn't conjure up in. Raymond, the only starter on the floor.
In the front court now, it's Raymond and a jump ball. Possession arrow to Calais with 37 seconds to go in the third. You here all night tonight, or you?
Oh, I never leave.
You never leave. I
leave.
figured you and Mark would, have a cot. You just kind of lay in.
Sometimes.
I remember the feeling.
Also, I have to point out, I'm also looking, because I'm looking through the record book as we sit here as Raymond gets a rebound. Bolton now also has the most three-pointers in a regional tournament for any player as well.
That was taking a game to go.
Yeah, and that was 13 by Holly Tapley of Calais in 1997.
Wow. Yeah, the Calais girls back then were dominant.
Yeah.
Calais and Durigo played each other in 4 or 5 straight state championship games, and Dexter got in on the action. On the baseline, three-pointer at the buzzer, no good, and that's how the third quarter ends here from the Cross Insurance Center. How about we take a timeout? Score after 3, Penobscot Valley 66, Calais 23. Back with fourth quarter action after the...
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
At the Cross Insurance Center, Toby Nelson along with Gabe Nason. Final 8 minutes of this one. Gabe 66-23, lead for Penobscot Valley, and the Howlers just find a way to keep on rolling here.
Yeah, I mean, just dominant by them so far.
Raymond for 3, and she sticks it. That's another three-pointer. They have been, what do you say, 14 right now?
Well, let me count, because I think so, yes.
Ball knocked away and stolen by Riley Moulton. Moulton takes it left side to the glass, lays it in.
14, yes.
So Riley Moulton with the bucket. 71-23. So big lead here for Penobscot Valley. Goes out to Wentworth for 3. Tries to answer back. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Moulton. Nine three-pointers for Riley Moulton. She snapped a 14-year streak in Class C anyway, as the shot made by Ellie Austin. Jade Keyser had 6. That was a game best back in 2011, a win over Dexter in the semifinals. Mark Callan and I just talking off air. It was a snowy Friday afternoon. They canceled those were the 2 games. The girls' games were played that afternoon. They canceled the evening session, had to play the 2 boys semifinals Saturday morning. They played the D finals in the afternoon, the B finals at night, and the C finals ended up getting pushed to the University of Maine. I want to say because, like, in all seriousness, like the circus was coming to town. Or
really?
The auditorium was being used for something on Monday, so they couldn't use it.
That's incredible.
They ended up coming back there for the state finals the following week.
I bet you there's nobody at the circus that year.
I don't know. On a Monday night,
probably a lot of people at the state tournament
games.
game.
Yeah. I just remember because, of course, the University of Maine used to play at the Alfond Arena. I remember how cold the floor was because, of course, they covered the floor with like an insulator barrier the court. But my feet froze doing games for BBN that night.
I was gonna say, I feel like I remember there being stories of like people slipping like every year because it would like condensation. Yeah.
Looks like the Howlers will get some subs in the game here, and Coach Preston will counter with other subs. So we've got some names to figure out here now, Gabe. We'll get them as they get the ball. As Riley Moulton, will she check in, or are we going to get one more?
Guess not.
Raymond is going to check back in. So inbounding Abby Farley into Riley Moulton. 6.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter.
I'll also add PVHS now has the most team three-pointers for a tournament as well, beating Calais in 1997, and is one away from beating Presque Isle for all classes. They had 25 in 2013.
Brooklyn Raymond checking back in and checking out Riley Moulton. Austin over on the bench as well. So Austin had a a quiet game for 14, 16, 18. She had 20 points.
20 points, yeah.
And that's pretty quiet.
Condrup with a steal and bucket for her.
Oh, yeah.
Now only one player who hasn't gotten in the scorebook, and that would be Nicole Solomon for PVHS.
Yeah, Austin with 20, Riley Moulton 32. No, 34, excuse me. 34 for Moulton, unofficially, on 9 3-pointers.
I also have 34 as well.
Foul on Penobscot Valley. Charlotte Brochu called for the foul. Inbounds for Calais. Pass inside, knocked away, and we get a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Howlers. So a little break in between tonight, 2 boys games. And the coach for the Calais girls will be coaching the Calais boys as well. As Coach Preston does
No break.
No break at all.
Gets to go get dinner, come right back.
Because his team plays at 7 o'clock against Madawaska. I want to say I don't remember Madawaska ever getting past the semifinals, so they could try to make some history tonight.
I believe you're right.
Pass down inside, up off the glass and in. Abby Farley with the layup.
Gives her 4 on the day.
And Madawaska played Dexter in a semifinal probably 15 or so years ago. I do remember that. There's a shot no good. Rebound pulled off by Penobscot Valley. So the Howlers bringing their bench in and still doing some great work.
That's the thing with them, right? They're so deep that their bench players are very good as well.
Raymond's got it over on the left side. Condrup. Now Farley. Raymond tries 3. Swish.
Might as well keep adding to the record. See how far you can extend
She's got, 4 3-pointers, right?
She does have 4 3-pointers.
As Calais tries to answer back, 3-pointer over on the right side. McPhee missed. Rebound pulled off.
And 15 total threes now for PVHS.
Timeout taken to Shea Ireland will check in for the Howlers with 4:33 to play in the fourth quarter. 80-23. So this is basically the Penobscot Valley hitting their average, what they score versus what they give up.
Yep.
So it's just another day at the park for Coach Nate Case and his club.
Well, when you hit 15 threes, it makes life pretty gosh darn easy for you.
45 points right there.
Yeah.
You see that math? Just snap that right out.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was impressive. I like that. It's all those years of doing this.
It's all those years of doing this. That's right.
Just do math on the daily.
Yep. So out of the timeout, Penobscot Valley basketball as Farley gets it in to Condrup with 4.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
Also, Moulton make it real easy on me for who is the player of the game.
Yeah, didn't really have to take too much to figure that out.
No.
Off in the corner, 3-pointer off the back rim, no good. Rebound pulled down, the shot up and in. Abby Farley is lighting it up here in the second half. She's got 6.
Just 2 great games for her so far.
She had 10 in the quarterfinal. 3-pointer for Calais. That one missed by Addison Elsmore, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Calais. So the Blue Devils will finish their season at 16-5, and their 5 losses, 2 to Mattanock and 3 to Penobscot Valley, the teams that will be playing in the regional championship game on Saturday.
Yeah, I think that's the regional championship we all expected, and we all kind of hoped to see those teams play a third time, and what should be a great game.
They're 2 teams that are separated by, about 15 miles?
Yeah, literally.
You know, the school's separated.
Yeah.
They'll have to travel 60 to play a championship.
And big rivalry for those 2 teams. They do not like each other. They go at it. They're very physical whenever they play, so it should be a very entertaining, grind them out kind of game.
That game against Saturday night is down inside, right in front of us. Abby Farley gets sandwiched. She gets up slowly off the ground.
Looked like her elbow hit first.
Yeah, and then she took a forearm to the back, but I'll tell you what, she pops up.
Strong as can be, though. Didn't even stay down for a second, got right back up, right back in it.
Now, Mark Callan would still be laying there.
Yeah, 100%. He tells me to go underneath the table to plug things in. Can you imagine if he fell on the floor?
They just push him off the court. Say, okay,
roll him
keep
off.
us going.
Roll him right off.
Inside, 3-point try, no good. Rebound pulled off by Penobscot Valley. So the Howlers with Condrup have it again. 3:20 to go in the fourth quarter. On the drive, kick out. As a three-point try, Condrup no good. Rebound inside, that one by Ireland no good. And the pass goes out into the corner. Three-pointer for the Howlers. That one missed. And it goes out of bounds. I think that was Solomon that took the three-pointer.
It was, yes.
Calais ball with 3:03 to go.
Calais bringing the ball up. Putting up a quick three.
As a three-point try missed. Rebound tipped around, taken down by the Blue Devils. In the lane, shovel pass to Elsmore, now thrown away and stolen, taken out by Brochu. I was just checking with Mark tonight. There will be coverage of the games on Eastern Maine Sports, but it's just they shoot the scoreboard so you can see the score tonight of the two Class C games. And then the regional finals, coverage of all 6 games from Bangor. 2 on Friday night and all 4 on Saturday here on Eastern Maine Sports. So
if you didn't like hearing us, sorry, we're here for all the regional final games.
It's been a nice addition here. I think this tournament season, Mark and company have grown and tried to bring you the best coverage possible. And if anyone asks, so why are we not showing the video? Because we don't have the rights to show the video. So this is the next best thing.
HOU would come beat us up.
Yep, no, that's all right. And our good friends at WHOU that provide a valuable service as well.
Steve might come over here and beat us up.
No, I'm not thanking Steve Carmichael for anything. 2 shots at the free throw line. As the first shot's good here for Charlotte Brochu. (83-23). Second shot, that one's good as well. So Brochu with a couple from the free throw line. 2.5 minutes left. Hannah Shannon for Calais. Hear a baby behind us, not real happy.
That'd be my baby.
Oh, that's yours?
Yeah, it is. It's mine, right behind us.
Oh, well, all right. Good thing your baby looks like the mother.
Yes.
Now, very cute kid, just dinner time probably, a little upset, right?
Yeah.
I get it. 3-pointer, that's how I act. Kaylee Scott for 3.
So I think we all got to get out of here and eat. I'm getting hungry too.
Good call. 84-26. Shea Ireland with 1:50 to go here in this one. They go down low, turnaround shot, or they try to get a shot in the lane. Ball knocked away and stolen, taken out by Shannon. How old's your boy or girl? I didn't look.
Girl. 19 months old.
Wow.
Yep.
As the shot comes up short. Rebound pulled down by Penobscot Valley. Howlers in the front court with it. It's Condrup. Gives it over to Shea Ireland. 1:26 to go. Off in the corner, Shannon. Now down low. Quick double team. Back up top to Ireland. As a three-pointer block. That one taken by Solomon. And the Blue Devils come away with it is Hannah Shannon.
3 rebounds for her. She's the smallest girl on the floor. She got 3 rebounds in this fourth quarter.
You don't have to be the biggest player on the court to get rebounds. You just got to know where the ball's going.
100%.
There's a shot, no good. Rebound taken off the glass by Farley. So Farley's got it for Penobscot Valley. Dribbles out of traffic. Has a layup off the front rim, no good. Rebound taken off by the Blue Devils. As Shannon goes up with a shot, no good. Pulled down by Scott. 3-point try, back rim. Shot put up, no good. Ireland with a rebound. And pulled out with 34 seconds to go. Pass up ahead of the pack here for the Howlers. Jessica Condrup with a layup. Howlers take a timeout to get some players. Calais wanted to get a couple players in the game. As Natalie McDonald checking out, Kate McPhee, and Kaylee Scott seniors. So they're checking out of the game here with 28 seconds to go. Timeout taken. Calais ball out of the timeout with 28.4 seconds to go. It's an 86-26 ball game. So Penobscot Valley won their quarterfinal by 50. They're ahead in this one by 60. And then they've got the championship game against Mattanock. They had 2 good games during the regular season.
Yes, they did, yeah.
You were at the second one,
I was at the second one, yes. That one was the better of the 2. The first one, it was very close until the third quarter, and then PV pulled away. Similar in the second game as well, but MA seemed like they had made adjustments from the first game. They really had their number for 3 quarters. PV just was able to turn them over. Both teams were exhausted by the time the fourth quarter came, and that was really the difference, is that PV was just a little tiny bit more conditioned and was able to outplay MA in the fourth.
28.4 seconds to go. So out of the timeout, Calais basketball. Hannah Shannon with it. We'll wrap things up quickly after this one and get you set for a night of basketball as well. Shea Ireland with a rebound. Gives it off to Brochu. Brochu with 12 seconds. Gives it off to Condrup, who will dribble out the clock here for Penobscot Valley. Condrup to Ireland. And that's going to do it here tonight from the Cross Insurance Center as Condrup has it. Horn sounds, and that will do it. Penobscot Valley with an 86-26 win over the Calais Blue Devils. The Penobscot Valley Howlers heading to a regional championship for the first time, well, since last year. They played last year against Dexter. They're trying to get back in, and they'll take on the Mattanock Academy Lynx coming up on Saturday night here at the Cross Insurance Center. So Riley Moulton setting a tournament record, as they mentioned that right now over the PA, with 9 3-pointers. She now will have her name in the record book next year when they print it. So the final score here tonight, Penobscot Valley 86 and the Calais Blue Devils 26. I want to thank everybody involved in our broadcast today, as we had a great day of high school basketball here on Eastern Maine Sports. Broadcast partner Gabe Nason and my producer Mark Calman. Toby Nelson saying so long. Mattanock and Penobscot Valley in the regional final on Saturday. More basketball tonight here on Eastern Maine Sports. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
Advance to the Northern Maine Class C championship game this Saturday at 6 p.m. here at the